I took the job because it was easy money. At least, that's what I thought. The listing said, night caretaker needed, quiet environment, minimal work. No experience required, no interviews, just show up. Looking back, that should have been my first warning. The park was called Green Hollow Park. It wasn't famous. It wasn't even popular. During the day, it was normal enough. Kids playing, parents chatting, joggers passing through. But at night, it felt like a completely different place. My shift started at 10 p.m. and ended at 6 a.m. The previous caretaker, an older man named Ravi, met me on my first night. He didn't smile, didn't even shake my hand properly, just handed me a flashlight and a folded piece of paper. "Rules," he said. I laughed a little. "Rules? For a park?" He didn't laugh back. "Just read them and follow them." Then he walked away. No goodbye, no explanation. I stood there alone under the dim park light and opened the paper. Rules for night shift. Lock the main gate at exactly 10:15 p.m. Do not let anyone enter after closing time. Do not look at the swings after midnight. If you hear laughter near the play area, ignore it. Do not sit on the last bench facing the swings. If you see someone already sitting there, leave immediately. I stared at rule number 3. Do not look at the swings after midnight. I smiled. Yeah, okay. Probably some stupid prank or superstition. The first few hours were boring. I locked the gate, did a round of the park, checked the restrooms. Nothing unusual. By 11:30 p.m., the park was silent. No wind, no sounds, not even insects. Just that heavy kind of quiet, the kind that makes your ears feel full. I sat near the entrance, scrolling on my phone, waiting for time to pass. Then, midnight came. I didn't even realize it at first, until I heard it, a faint creaking sound. Creak, creak. At first, I thought it was just the wind, but then I remembered. There was no wind. The sound was coming from the play area, from the swings. I froze, and suddenly, rule number 3 didn't feel funny anymore. Do not look at the swings after midnight. I stayed still, staring straight ahead. The sound got louder. Creak, creak. Something was definitely moving. I told myself, don't be stupid, it's just metal. Old swings move. But then, I heard something else. A soft giggle. Not loud, not clear, just there, like a child trying not to be heard. I stood up slowly. My heart was beating faster now. Probably some kids jumped the fence, I whispered. That made sense, right? But rule number 4. If you hear laughter near the play area, ignore it. I swallowed. This was ridiculous. Still, I couldn't help it. I turned my head slightly, just a little, just enough to see. And that's when I made my first mistake. The swings were moving, back and forth, slowly, rhythmically, but there was no one on them. My stomach dropped. I stepped closer. Hello? I called out. No answer. The swings kept moving. Then, one of them stopped. Just one. The others kept going. That's when I noticed something. The swing that stopped was facing me, completely still, like it knew I was watching. I took a step back, and then I heard it again, that soft giggle. But this time, it was right behind me. I turned instantly. Nothing. When I looked back at the swings, they had all stopped, completely still, like nothing ever happened. I didn't sleep that night. The next evening, I came back. I thought about quitting. I really did. But I needed the money. And honestly, a part of me wanted to understand. This time, I read the rules again, more carefully. Rule number 5. Do not sit on the last bench facing the swings. Rule number 6. If you see someone already sitting there, leave immediately. I hadn't noticed that before. That night felt heavier. The air was colder, and the silence was worse. Midnight came again. This time, I didn't look. No matter what I heard, the swings creaked again, the laughter returned, but I stayed facing away. Minutes passed. Then, I heard footsteps, slow, dragging, coming from the play area, toward me. I held my breath. The footsteps stopped, right behind me. Then, a voice, soft. "Why won't you look at me?" I shut my eyes. "This isn't real," I whispered. The voice came closer. "Everyone looks eventually." I didn't move. After a few seconds, the presence faded. The footsteps disappeared, and just like that, it was gone. By the third night, I thought I understood the rules. Don't look, don't react, don't engage. Simple, or so I thought. Around 2 a.m., I decided to walk the park. That's when I saw it, the last bench, facing the swings, and someone was sitting there. My heart stopped. Rule number 6. If you see someone already sitting there, leave immediately. I should have left. I didn't. Instead, I walked closer. "Hey," I called. No response. "Park's closed." Still nothing. I stepped closer, and then the figure spoke. "You're new." The voice was dry, tired. I froze. "Who are you?" I asked. Slowly, the figure turned its head. It was Ravi, the previous caretaker. But something was wrong. His eyes were empty, not closed, not blind, just empty. "You didn't follow the rules," he said. "I did," I replied quickly. He shook his head slowly. "You looked at the swings, didn't you?" I didn't answer. He smiled, a broken, unnatural smile. "They always look, eventually." My chest tightened. "What is this place?" I asked. Ravi turned back toward the swings. "Long ago, this park wasn't a park." My skin crawled. "It was a holding ground." "For what?" He paused. "For people who didn't listen." I felt cold. "What do you mean?" Ravi leaned forward slightly. "The swings, they aren't empty." I couldn't breathe. "They just need someone to see them." My mind raced. "What happens if you look?" He turned to me again. "You already did." And then he whispered, "Now they've seen you too." The air shifted. The swings started moving again. Faster this time. Violently. The laughter returned. Louder. Closer. I turned, and I saw them. Not one. Not two. Dozens. Children sitting on the swings. But their faces were wrong. Blurred. Twisted. Like something unfinished. They were all staring at me, smiling. "Come play," they whispered. I stepped back. No. Ravi stood up slowly. "You should have followed the rules." "Help me," I shouted. He shook his head. "I can't." "Why?" "Because I broke them too." The swing stopped, all at once, and then one of them creaked forward, empty, waiting. Ravi pointed at it. "That one's yours." I ran. I don't remember how I got out. I don't remember unlocking the gate. I just ran. The next morning, I went back. I don't know why. Maybe to prove it wasn't real. Maybe to feel normal again. The park looked fine, bright, peaceful. Children playing, parents laughing. I walked to the play area. The swings were still, empty, normal. Then I saw it, the last bench, and someone was sitting there. A man, young, holding a piece of paper, reading, confused. It was me. My stomach dropped. I looked down at my hands. They felt lighter, fading. And then I realized I never left. I just joined them. Now, every night, I sit on the last bench, watching the swings, waiting for the next person who doesn't follow the rules. And when they look, I smile, just like Ravi did, because now I understand. The rule was never meant to protect you. It was meant to choose you. And sooner or later, everyone looks